We drove up to Colorado in early October for three primary reasons. The fall colors, the elk. What was the last one?
Fishing.
Fishing.
For me. He just pulled me off the river to start this.
And boy, we were not disappointed. Wow, that's incredible.
So beautiful. Catch too many fish in one spot. And I'm just that good, Mark.
So I could get used to this. Look at this.
I know.
This is the Big Thompson River in Estes Park, Colorado. Beautiful here, but we are staying so far away. We're staying probably 30 feet right over here.
On the river. It's
on
amazing.
the river.
Amazing.
For a week.
And we go a lot of places in the mountains, but Estes Park is full of animals. I mean, mostly elk, but I mean, we see a lot of bears when we go to Grand Tetons and stuff.
And Yellowstone. We haven't seen one bear here. I'm sure they're up there somewhere, but it's not like up there in Wyoming.
No, but I know they're here because I've got signs everywhere. So.
All right, so we're in Estes Park right now, but we came to Colorado first to go up to Aspen for a few days. Beautiful drive up to Aspen. Before you get there, you go to Twin Lakes area, and that's where we saw the fall colors for the first time. So we saw the fall colors, Twin Lakes, right before we got to Independence Pass. You go over the pass, and then immediately you go down into Aspen.
But you forgot
and
one
we've
thing.
done what?
Dream Lake. Dream
Oh
Lake.
yeah, you did some your first fishing adventure. It was Dream Stream.
Dream Stream.
It's not a lake.
Yeah, it's called the
just
Dream
a stream in the middle of
nowhere,
nowhere coming out of a couple of reservoirs.
Yeah, isn't it? I mean, really, it's a vast area. Not a lot of trees at all. You just drive on these dirt roads to get to this. I was Googling Dream Stream, and sure enough, there it was. And when I got there, it's this stream in the middle of nowhere.
You did a lot of fishing.
Did a lot of fishing.
Okay.
Every time I go somewhere new, I hire a guide for the day. And so I can kind of get an idea of where to go. They always know the spots. They always know the spots.
So he took you on the
Roaring Fork.
Right.
Yeah, went on the Roaring Fork up in Aspen. And then, but we went into this pocket of the Roaring Fork that's a kind of private area, and the guys let them come on their property, and so I got to fish on that property, which was really beautiful, really beautiful.
Yeah, and people always ask, because they see my pictures of you fishing, did she catch any?
That's bullshit, Mark.
I'm going to have to bleep that out.
No.
Okay,
no,
well, they do ask that, don't they?
Yes,
right?
yes, and
so
I'm really offended by that.
No, I'm okay.
Okay, keep going.
But I was leading up to how would you answer that this past week and a half?
Oh, I've caught more than I should. I mean, amazing catching.
Okay.
It was catching week, not a fishing week. We've
right.
talked about that before.
Right.
Yeah, sometimes I think I get too many bites or catch too many fish in one spot, and I'm just that good, Mark. Yeah, but it was great.
Okay, I'm about ready to fall into the Big Thompson River.
So, but I have to say, so I'm with this guide. He's amazing, young kid, good-looking young kid, by the way.
Named Marty?
Marty, shout out. And honest to God, there was like a 16-inch trout that I had
right
on my
off the
line
bat.
right at the beginning, and I got two of them, two really good hits. Couldn't get him in. Went around and he went underneath a rock, and that little sucker wouldn't let me hurt him.
Yeah.
It just snapped my line.
Yeah.
So
that was on the Roaring Fork. What was the other river?
Well, we were on the Arkansas, weren't we?
No, there's two rivers up there. We went up the road.
Yeah.
When you fished by yourself up near the...
I'll think of it. Okay, interrupt this podcast. I remember the name of the river. The name of the river is called the Frying Pan. It's up near Aspen, just outside of a little town called Basalt. And the funny thing about basalt is I'm a skier, and I ski Aspen and Snowmass, and we always go by basalt. I would never stay there because I'm a snot about it. And now I want to stay there all the time because it's beautiful and it's a cute little town, and it's got world-class fishing on the Frying Pan River. Who would have thought?
But the scenery is just gorgeous out
Oh.
there. And you do fishing, and then I do photography. And for many years, we go on these trips, whether it be Wyoming, Montana, Utah, Oregon, California, wherever. I would do my photography. You'd be just sitting around knitting,
Yeah,
crocheting, right?
I'm looking at the river right now, so I want to go
You're always-
fish. So
Right.
I grew up fishing anyways. Mostly it was just spin reel. And then my son Tommy, he moved to Colorado after college, and he's been fly fishing ever since. And so that's about 5 years ago I took it up. That's why I wear this sexy outfit. And Mark bought me this really cool backpack that holds my net
Right.
that got used a lot this week. I'm
I
wearing
don't know if
about...
people can see your fishing line, your fishing pole. Just hold that.
I brought three.
Just
I brought
hold-
2 poles, and then Tommy brought 1, so I have 3 to pick from, which is actually good to do. By the way, you know, I must look really dorky doing this, but I don't care. I like it. I like casting. I like looking over my shoulder to make sure there's not a bear that's gonna maul me, instead of looking over my shoulder and wondering if somebody's gonna attack me. And I like the thrill of the kill. I would have been a good hunter person. I don't really kill them. I haven't kept 1 fish and eaten it, so I always throw them back. Mainly because I'm lazy and I don't mind going to the store. Right? Or a restaurant, which is where you're going to take me tonight. I got to force myself to get off the river.
So
It's expensive.
I have an expensive hobby,
Yeah.
photography, all my
honest to God,
cameras, but
I
and
thought
you do too with all your
I thought
your flies
fishing-
and your rods.
I
and-
was thinking fishing was going to be cheap. And no, I'm wearing about $2,000 worth of gear right now, not including my pole,
Oh boy!
not including
Right.
my flies. I mean, and my
Well,
I gotta
you
sell
lost
it.
the sun. Are you
I
putting
gotta-
yours on? Or?
I gotta sell another house.
She does. You know, I don't have a job right now, so maybe 2 houses.
So this fisherman just came by and asked me if he could fish in my fishing hole. I mean, I've been here all week. It's kind of like when a dog goes and marks his territory. So I told him he could, but I wasn't sincere. I want to take it back really bad, because I'm going to watch him go and catch something, and then I'm going to get really ticked off. But at least he asked. At least he asked.
So we finally made it to Estes Park,
Yeah.
to this beautiful spot, and here we've seen 2 of the 3 things that we came up to Colorado for, and that's we didn't see the fall colors, really. It's not that big here. There's some areas here, but
Yeah.
nothing like
Nothing like Aspen.
in Aspen.
Yeah.
But
And our friends Kip and Karen went to Vail last week at the same time. They saw some beautiful colors.
But we saw the fish, and then immediately, the morning we woke up, we saw elk.
In front of the house.
Right in front of the house.
Right here. And right here.
Right.
All
Within,
right here.
yeah, we just a few feet. In fact, a couple of them charged me at one time because I tend to get too close to wild animals.
It's going to happen.
And
One
this
of these
is-
days, it's going to happen. We're going to get pictures of it.
Yeah, I know. Up in Yellowstone, we almost got mauled
We
by
need more
a
insurance.
grizzly and her 2 cubs, 3 cubs. It was just a month ago.
I don't want to talk
Can't
about
remember
it.
it now.
So scary.
So anyway, I know this is rutting season, mating season for the elk. So you don't want to get too close to them. The big guys, the bull elks, they
Bull
are
elks.
very, what would you say?
They're horny.
Horny.
Horny little bastards. But, you know, they're just
But-
screaming all the time.
But they are
Ratchet doesn't really do
everywhere.
that.
So
Sometimes
we
about
heard
that.
that there are a lot of elk. We're right next to Rocky Mountain National Park. That's why we came up here. We've been up here in the winter time when there's snow here. We've been up here a few years before that. We heard that the elk would be in Rocky Mountain National Park. So we've been up there a couple times. We've seen them far off, maybe 200 or 300 yards
yeah,
away. And
yeah.
I have a long lens,
They're in
about
town.
600 millimeter lens, and people are taking pictures with their little cameras. Go, oh, there's
Way
an elk,
far away.
a little speck over there.
Yeah.
And we're going, let's go back to our place along the Big Thompson River,
Or
where the elk are just feet away.
Or just in town. If you come to Estes Park, just go to town if you want to see all those elk, because
we saw them at the golf course.
they're right downtown. And
They're everywhere.
It's insane how close they are to people, to tell you the truth, without people getting hurt, honestly.
So, in fact, one day, you were down fishing down at the, maybe about a quarter of a mile away down this path along the river there, and I was trying to make my way back to the house, and I got trapped by a herd.
We call them gangs.
A gang. They're like a cult because you've got the big guy, the bull elk, and all the concubines.
Yeah. So I'm on this side. They're in the middle, and Mark's on this side. So he had to go all the way around.
I couldn't make my way back, so I had to go almost, the opposite way.
And go up and around.
And then I got caught by another gang up there, and I had to try to get around that to get to the house.
There's a lot of them.
So lots of elk here, lots of elk, and lots of fish. And you came here for the fishing.
Right there.
She sees it, and I can't see it.
I wear these glasses that are
Let me see.
amazing. They're sun cloud.
Oh yeah,
And
there's an elk right there too.
they're polarized. I don't know what anyways, they're amazing. So I can see
Yeah, so you've been fishing, would you say every day?
every day. But remember
Hours
last
upon
year,
hours upon hours.
my wrist hurt really bad. Because I hire these guys, they teach me techniques, so that every time I'm getting better and better, and I don't have that pain anymore.
Right.
So no more carpal tunnel for me.
And you've caught quite a few fish here, and of course it's catch and release.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't want to catch a 6-8 incher anyway to eat, would you?
No, and then I have to chop its head off, and then I have to rip its guts out.
Yeah. But it's not necessarily, and it's easy to say when they're small.
Yeah.
It's not about size, right? It's about catching.
Yeah.
Of
course.
Tell me what it's like,
Yeah.
because I don't fish. I used to fish, but not anymore.
Oh, I do feel bad when I catch the little teeny ones because I know they don't mean to be caught. But no, catching is the thing. I mean,
Right.
I'd rather catch than just fish.
Yeah, and our son Tommy and his wife Ines and their baby Olivia came up for 3 days, and Tommy did some fishing.
Tommy loves the fish, so we hiked and fished.
Yeah, he carried Olivia, who's 5 months old, in the front pack.
It was great.
And he was fishing. He's not going to stop fishing because you have a baby.
He mows the lawn with her in the front pack, so whatever.
What would you say the highlight was?
Oh gosh, in Estes Park,
Yeah.
being in
Right.
this area with
Right.
all the elk running
Right.
all around. That's
Yeah.
my highlight.
Really? I thought
Yeah.
you would say the fishing.
Well, that too.
Right.
I mean, that's a given.
Right.
It's a given. But I mean, I kept saying, like, it's unbelievable how much wildlife there is here.
Well, mine would be that I didn't get gored by a bull elk.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's a win.
It's a win. And he didn't piss off a ranger this time.
First time in a long time.
Still time. Not tonight.
Ready to sail into the wind, heading west to find my reason, longing for something greater than this, and I'm ripe with anticipation. Yeah, I have a good feeling, staring at the starry ceiling. A dream in my heart, yeah, this is just the start. My suitcase is packed and I'm waiting.
Fishing isn't for sissies, by the way. It can be really hard, Mark. Especially when you can't reach your line and you're short. You know what sucks about fishing the best time of day is cocktail hour. So I miss cocktail hour because I'm so addicted to this. I guess it's a better addiction. You go from one addiction to the next. I mean, it's just the way it is. Counselor Michelle. This sucks. It sucks. So many. I mean, I'm gonna throw you back. We're just playing a game. It's not like I'm gonna eat you.